Hello and welcome to the Vibrant Voice Podcast. That's right, the show is going through a name change. First and foremost, I want to answer your burning question, and the answer is yes. I will still be interviewing amazing women of color on their journey to creating their confidence. Women of Color and Confidence as a show is going to continue as a live series, and you'll be able to find it on our YouTube channel. So you may be wondering, why are you changing the name of the show? Well, I believe it's really important for women of color to be seen in addition to being heard. So while the podcast was amazing, I want their faces attached to their voices as they share their stories with you. That's why the live series and the YouTube channel will continue on. And I'll be sure to put links to the live series and YouTube channel in the show notes to this episode so that you can continue following Women of Color and Confidence moving forward. So you may be wondering, why Vibrant Voice, the Vibrant Voice podcast? Well, I want to support you in using your speaking voice, whether that's for work, teaching classes, speaking at events or retreats. You deserve a confident speaking voice. And anything that I can do to support that mission, I know is part of my purpose. The contents of the episodes that you're going to find here are going to help you create confidence around being a public speaker. Changing the name of the podcast is purely a reflection of what listeners can expect to hear when they tune into the show. And yes, I will still be interviewing amazing women of color, and we're going to be talking about how they created their speaking voices. Those interviews will appear here, so not everything is changing, but a bit of it is changing. What you can expect from the show moving forward is that I want you to feel like you are developing a vibrant voice. There's not a lot that's going to be changing in terms of the content that I'll be sharing. So if you loved Women of Color and Confidence, you're going to love the Vibrant Voice podcast. The show's mission is to help you develop your confident speaking voice. And exactly what does that mean? I know my audience, those of you who are here, you're teachers, you're coaches, you're instructors or trainers. You have a passion and you are a heart-centered person that wants to help people. You want to take on more opportunities like teaching and speaking so that you can grow your audience and grow your business. You have knowledge and skills that you want to share, and you know that by sharing those things, you can support other people on their own journey of healing and growth. But you may be nervous about becoming a leader. You're wondering how to confidently lead classes or present at networking events or speak at retreats. You really, really want to, but you're just so nervous. You're hesitant. You're afraid of what people will say about you. And speaking in front of people may give you doubts so that you don't take the opportunities that are presented to you or going out to find the opportunities. And because you don't take the opportunities, you're missing out on connecting with more people. Your business may be growing, but you feel like it's growing too slowly and you want to do more. You want to have an impact. You want to reach more people with your message. You know that your knowledge is valuable. I know that your knowledge is valuable because you are here. And that your services will help facilitate the healing that people are looking for. You want to help people help themselves feel better. It's so meaningful. And I never want your insecurities or your inability to use your speaking voice to stop you from getting to where you want to be and helping the people that you want to help. So, how does this show, Vibrant Voice Podcast, support you? Well, me, especially for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, I know we have some new listeners out there. So I hold a degree in public speaking and I'm a certified confidence coach. The intersection of these two fields is something that others aren't teaching right now. So let's talk about it for a second. You can learn the fundamentals of public speaking. That's writing speeches, picking out your outfits, having stage presence, getting speaking gigs, networking. But none of that means anything if you don't have the confidence and the courage to accept those opportunities, right? Many people don't accept these opportunities because they're afraid of speaking in front of other people. I know having all the eyes in a room on you or on stage or on camera can be very intimidating. You know what you want to share, and what you're wanting to share is meant to inform and inspire and motivate and support other people. And you can do that through speaking, and it shows your expertise, right? This is a bold and beautiful mission. And it's a bold and beautiful mission that requires you to be more bold. And you may be questioning your authority, and it's hindering and your speaking, and it's igniting this fear around speaking in front of others. Who are you to know these things and say these things out loud in public, right? We get those questions inside of us like, who am I to do this? And it's all starting with the lack of confidence in your speaking voice. You may question whether you're ready to handle the crowds that are going to be coming towards you. What happens if people give you negative feedback? What happens if what people are saying is critical of you or your work, right? Learning to be a confident speaker, two things. Knowing what you're instructing on inside and out enough to help other people, and having the speaking skills and the speaking talent to effectively engage your audience. And as an instructor or a teacher, engaging your audience also means that you can communicate and speak to them in a way that they have an understanding of what it is that you are teaching them and are able to apply it to their own lives. A lot of this, all of this, is what you're going to learn by listening to the show here. Other speaking coaches can teach you the fundamentals of speaking, which is what I listed off before. But there are a lot of people who go through public speaking, coaching, trainings and classes and workshops, and then they never actually speak. Why? It's a lack of confidence, which is something that I feel like they don't focus on enough during those speaking courses and workshops. Listening to this show, you'll get insight on how to be a great speaker. First and foremost, addressing all the mental and emotional reasons that you're not doing it. It's not that you don't have the skills to speak or that you have the inability to speak. It's that your head and your heart, your emotions around who you are as a speaker are not quite built up yet. So it's a different take. It's definitely a different take on developing a strong, confident speaking voice, I know. But I believe that it's equally important to speakers, especially if you're new to speaking, if you're new to teaching, if you're new to being an instructor of some kind. Something that we don't talk about enough are all the insecurities that can arise when you are teaching or presenting. I don't shy away from those things here. In fact, I like to embrace them, understand that they're a part of our human experience. I help you face them head on and really give you the tools that you need to embark on that journey of your own discovery and your own growth. This isn't just a public speaking podcast. There are lots of public speaking podcasts out there. You can find ones that fit your needs. This podcast is designed to have you build up your confidence, yes, around your speaking voice, but also around the person that you're going to be in the public eye. Public speaking kind of comes with the public eye on the side. We think about public speaking as, this being in front of these huge crowds, right? I would like to bring that down a notch. Any speaking that you do in front of other people is considered public speaking. Anytime you're instructing others, whether that's teaching or coaching, you're in the public eye. You want to teach more classes? That requires you to speak in front of other people. You're going to be leading them through learning and making sure that they understand what you're teaching them. You're probably going to be posting online and on social media. All that is still public eye, still public speaking. You want to teach or speak at events or retreats? You're going to be in the public eye and you'll be speaking and showcasing your experience. You're going to be building your authority in a public way. You want to start your own YouTube channel? You want to be a guest on other people's podcasts? Well, guess what? That's just virtual public speaking. Very likely one of the reasons that you aren't doing these things yet is because putting yourself out there can be kind of scary. It does require a bit of vulnerability to have yourself in a position where people are looking at you, they're listening to you, they're trusting you with the things that you are teaching them about. About 75% of the population has a fear of public speaking. So research doesn't define speaking in terms of how many people are in the crowd. It's defined as speaking to other people. The research studies say that it can be speaking to a handful of people, something like teaching a yoga class full of students perhaps, or a room that's stacked full of people. So think of something like a conference, right? This fear of public speaking isn't about how big the crowd is. It's about the action of getting up there and using your voice to facilitate some type of communication and message sharing. Say that 5 times fast. Message sharing to the people that you are speaking to. Doesn't matter how many people, big or small. It's all public speaking. This fear of public speaking is really based on insecurities. It's not necessarily the insecurities of your knowledge or your skills. It's more about the specific insecurities that mess with your levels of confidence. Okay, so I have worked in entrepreneur circles for the last 7 years. Business coaching programs gather people from all walks of life and all different industries that desire to follow their dream. When asked, why haven't you started yet? What's stopping you from starting or going bigger? Typically, one of the top 3 answers is fear of judgment, right? That's an insecurity that public speaking education can't fix for you. They can teach you how to write the speeches. They can teach you how to have stage presence. They can teach you how to dress and network. But if you have a fear of judgment, you never even get to do all of those things that they teach you. So you out here as an instructor, as a high achieving woman, you're likely feeling some form of perfectionism. You want everything to be just right. Experiencing perfectionism can keep you spinning your wheels, procrastinating from starting. And honestly, if you do manage to start, perfectionism can come in while you're working and make you second guess yourself as you grow. And so that stalls your progress, right? Another insecurity that we hear a lot in these fields is imposter syndrome, and that can be very real. You feeling like you're not accomplished enough to lead, or you're not the person that should be doing the thing that you're already doing. Let's be real. That's how imposter syndrome works. And lest we not forget comparison, okay? With social media, we get a glimpse of the achievements of others and how great other people's businesses are, and all of the classes that people get to go to, and all of the events and retreats that other people are speaking at. And that can keep us from walking our own path and taking our own time and making our own progress. Okay, so why am I talking about this? All of these are insecurities that I consider them to be the hindrances of self-confidence. And these are the reasons that most leaders and teachers get stuck not teaching, not speaking, okay? I've met so many people with a burning passion, an impactful purpose. You can see it in their eyes. You can feel it in their energy when they talk about it. They just light up, right? And their lack of self-confidence keeps them from living the life that they want to be living, which is actually being in service to others, helping them live happier, healthier lives. I know that you are heart-centered. I know that you are ready to help, that you are wanting to make an impact, a positive impact on your community and our society. I don't want any of these insecurities getting in the way. I don't want you experiencing any hesitation about speaking with other people and sharing your message with the people that need it. So the Vibrant Voice podcast is here to make sure your mind, your heart, and your voice are all in alignment so that you can be heard. I'm going to be releasing new episodes every first and third Monday of the month. I know that that's a little bit different and outside of the box compared to most other podcasts, but it just works for the show and the way that I've created it, so hopefully that will work for you too. In each episode of the show, I will bring you actionable content, inspirational guests, and access to free workshops that you cannot find anywhere else because they are designed by me, your confident public speaking coach. That's right. Each month, I'm going to be hosting a workshop on a different topic specifically designed to help you develop your vibrant voice and become a wildly confident speaker. The access to these workshops is going to be sent to the mailing list, so make sure that you are on that bad boy. You're not going to want to miss these. They are so juicy, so good. Your mission, I know, is meant to guide, lead, and impact. I'm here for that. That is my mission too. And I'm so glad that we are in this space together developing our vibrant voices. So I just want to say thank you so much for listening to the Vibrant Voice podcast. I'm super excited for all of the changes that we have ahead of us. I hope that you are too. I made them all for you. I'll be back the first Monday of the month to announce our next workshop. It's really a good one. I'm so excited. Make sure you're on the list so you get the information to save your seat, and I cannot wait to see you inside.